Okay, hello everyone. Uh, so in today's lab, we will discuss how to use simulation tools. So in order to design the PCB of any circuitry, we need to first of all create our project. Okay, first of all, we need to work with the circuit level diagram. So we require some kind of simulation tool so that we can first of all cross verify whether we are getting the required output or not. Once you have cross verified that okay, the circuit is performing very well and you are able to the circuit is giving the proper output. After that you need to proceed for the PCB level designing of this circuitry. For example, suppose somebody has given you a task, design a low pass filter. So in order to design a low pass filter, what is your requirement? First of all, you need some specification. That means you need to first of all ask the user what is the required gain, what is the required bandwidth. Okay, apart from that, what are the, from the circuit point of view, what are the required voltage supply range, as well as what is the maximum power dissipation which the circuit can tolerate. All this is electrical specification you need for your in order to design the circuitry. After that, what you can do, you can design on the basis of this electrical specification. You can do some mathematical calculation in order to decide what is the required value of resistor, what is the required value of capacitor. Okay, and if you are dealing with the active filter designing, then what is the required electrical specification, so that on the basis of that you can choose LM324 or quad op amp or LM741, that is the dual bipolar technology based general purpose op amp. So all these things is specification. First of all, you need to ask the user what are the electrical specification and what is the task. On the basis of that, you need to first of all do some mathematical calculation in order to find the respective value of the components. So once you have done with the mathematical calculation, the next thing, you need to design the circuitry. So for that you will require some kind of simulation tool. So here I will explain LTSpice. Okay, so by using LTSpice you can design your circuitry. Okay, and then cross verify by simulating the circuitry. You can cross check whether you are getting the required output or not. Required output, I mean to say whether your circuit is able to attain the specification of user. If yes, then okay, your designing is complete. Now with this designing you can go for PCB designing. Okay, so with this circuit level diagram, with this circuit designing, you can move for the PCB level fabrication of the circuitry. Okay, so for that we need another simulation software. So for in order to generate the PCB, and then there is a hardware work. Rest of the thing is related to hardware work. So today I will explain LTSpice, and in the next lab I will explain the simulation tool which is used for the PCB designing of the circuitry. So today I will explain circuit level simulation tool, which is LTSpice. So LTSpice is provided by Linear Technology. That is nothing but it is correlated with the Analog Devices company. Okay, and it is the freeware software. Okay, so that means that there is no need to purchase any kind of license. You can just Google it, LTSpice, and download the latest version. So I will explain each and every step. First of all, just Google it, LTSpice. Okay, and press enter. Okay, so you can see Analog Devices link will open. Now just go for the this analog.com LTSpice Designer Center. Okay, the first option you need to choose. Now after that, what you need to do, you need to go for the download for Windows 7, 8 and 10. Okay, accept and proceed. Fine. So if you have a Windows platform, if your system is based on the Windows platform, you can go for download for Windows 7, 8 and 10. And if you have Mac, then you can go for the download for Mac 10.9. So from this link, okay, you need to first of all download LTSpice, latest version of LTSpice. After downloading it, you need to just install in your system. Okay, it's a completely freeware software, and you don't need any kind of purchasing for that LTSpice. And one more thing, You can use this software for your electrical circuit simulation, your analog circuit simulation, your digital circuit simulation. Okay, and apart from that, you can also go for the mixed signal, not mix system. Okay, based on analog plus digital. Okay, so you can perform any kind of simulation related to electrical network as well as devices. Okay, you can go for this LTSpice, and it's freeware, and you can use this freeware software up to your BTech final year. Okay, so what I need to say, just download for the Windows platform if you have Windows. If you have Mac, okay, then go for the download for Mac 10.9. So just download LTSpice from these options and install in your system. After installing the LTSpice, just launch the LTSpice and the window will open something like this. Okay, so in my system I have LTSpice version 18. Okay, 18th version. I have installed 18th version of LTSpice. So it doesn't mean you need to install 18th version. From version 4 onwards, you can install any version of LTSpice. But what happens if you will install older version of LTSpice, then once you will launch the LTSpice, it will automatically ask for the update. So just go for the update if you wish. If you don't wish to update your software, then just deny the option. So once you will launch LTSpice, a window will open like this. So how to start with LTSpice? I will take just simple example of a low pass filter, and I will explain how to use LTSpice. Okay. So first of all, launch the LTSpice and then click on the file. Click on the file and then click new schematic. Otherwise, you can directly click on this option, new schematic. So there are two ways in order to open any schematic, new schematic. The first one is the direct tab. The first tab is the direct tab, new schematic. Either you can left click on this option or you can go for the file option. In file option, the very first sub option is new schematic. So just left click. One more thing I would like to add over here before starting the LTSpice. In LTSpice, in order to choose any kind of option, you need to press left click. You need only left click in order to modify the property of any component or any in order to modify something, then only you need to press right click. Please keep in mind, in order to select any option, in order to choose any option, in order to choose any component, you always need to press left click in the LTSpice. But in order to modify the component value or in order to modify certain parameter properties, you need right click. तो राइट क्लिक आपका होगा प्रॉपर्टीज को मॉडिफाई करने के लिए, पैरामीटर्स को मॉडिफाई करने के लिए, while the left click is used in order to select any option, any component, all these things. Okay, so mostly we will need left click. We will use left click unless until we require to modify certain values. Okay, so first option, once you will launch the LTSpice, what you need to do, you need to select new schematic. Once you will place the cursor on this very first option, it will pop up new schematic. Okay, so just we need to choose this option. That is why we need to left click on this option, new schematic. So once you will press left click, a window will open like this. That means a schematic page will open. On this page, you will have to design your circuitry. Okay, so this is the first option. Now let me explain one by one each and every option. The second option, just place the cursor open. For example, you have already designed any circuitry and you have saved it. You have simulated and saved it. On the next day, suppose you want to open the circuitry again. What you need to do? You need to go for this open. Once you will left click this open, it will open the folder. It will open the folder. Now you can choose your circuitry. You can search for your circuitry, where your circuitry is saved. Just call it. Okay, just select this circuitry which you have designed in the earlier days. Just select it and then press OK. Okay, so it will it is used in order to reopen your saved circuitry, saved project. The third one is save. Suppose you have designed any circuitry, then click save, so it will automatically save your project. Okay, after that, whenever you want to open your project, just go for this open folder and just search for your saved project and just call it. Okay, the third one is control panel. So just left click and see what is going to happen with this left control panel. So with this control panel, there's a lot of option. So you don't need to use this control panel. This is right now beyond of your scope. You can check, you can just export your netlist. Okay, you can export your spice log file. Okay, you can export your waveform, but right now these it is not required for you. You don't have to go for the netlist. You don't need to go for the spice log file, because you are not going to do any kind of coding, okay, spice coding. So that is why this option is not useful for you till now. Now the next option is run. Man is running. It is the option, you can just place the cursor on this running man and the option will pop up run. It means simulating. Once you have designed your circuitry, save it, and then in order to simulate the circuit, you have to left click on this run, man running this option. Okay, so you need to just left click on this option. So what happens, it will start simulating your circuitry, and then halt. Suppose you want to pause your simulation, okay, just click this one. And now these are the zooming tools in order to zoom a certain section of the waveform or certain section of multiple waveforms. You want to zoom it in order to check certain points. You can use zoom in and zoom out, and this is used for the complete zooming of the waveform. And now this is the splitting of the window. Okay, suppose you have 2 or 3 waveforms. So if you want one waveform for per window, so if you want to plot 4 waveforms and one waveform per window, means एक window में आपका केवल एक waveform है, that means you need 4 windows. So you can split by using these commands. You can split the windows. This is used for cut. Cut means suppose accidentally you have placed any resistance or any kind of component which you don't need and you want to remove it. So what you need to do, you need to use this scissor option in order to cut the element. Now this is the copy option. Certain circuitry or certain component can be selected. Okay, select the certain component, copy and paste. Suppose you want to repeat the resistance, 1 kilo ohm resistance, you want to use 1 kilo ohm resistance and you have placed only 1 kilo ohm resistance. By using this copy option, you can select the copy, you can create the copy of 1 kilo ohm resistance, and now after that you can place anywhere where you require, paste it. Okay, so this is the copy paste option. This is for the search option. Okay, now these are the print command. Okay, print setup. Now this is the wire. Suppose for connecting 2 different components, you need some electrical wire. In order to place the electrical connection between 2 components, you need some kind of connecting wire. So this connecting wire is here. Okay, a pencil, blue color line with some pencil. It is nothing but indicating the wire, connecting wire. Now this is the ground. This is the node. By using this option, you can give any node name. In electrical circuitry, for example, using Kirchhoff voltage law, KCL, when you are applying the nodal current equation, you have sometimes you might have used net name, node A, node B, node C. So by using this option, we can provide some naming to different nodes. This is the resistor, this is the capacitor, this is inductor, this is resistor, and one more thing, this is the symbol which is for the AND gate. This is the general symbol. If you will left click, please keep in mind, in order to choose any option, you need to click, you need to press left click. So this is the component option, that is nothing but the library. This is the option of component library, from where you can pick any resistance, any capacitance, any inductance, any switch, any IC, any digital ICs, any kind of component you can select from this option. So if you will left click this component option, a window will pop up like this. Now in the search bar, you can type, for example, I would like to search for the resistor. See, resistor is directly given outside. Okay, capacitor is directly given outside, and inductor as well as diode are directly given outside. Apart from that, they are also available in this library, in this library, component library. Suppose I want to use any kind of diode. So just type diode. Okay, now it will highlight with blue color. Your option is already highlighted with blue color, and the diode symbol is available over here. Then press OK. Diode is available. Diode is available. Now I have chosen the component, how to place this component on this workbook. In order to place the component on the workbook, see, if you will rotate your mouse, okay, this diode will also rotate it. This diode is movable on the screen. Suppose I want to place over here, so by proper moving the cursor, I can place the diode at this side. But see, diode is still movable. If you will rotate your, or if you will move your whatever mouse or cursor, the diode is also movable. That means diode is no longer placed on the workspace. In order to place the diode on the workspace, what you need to do, you need to press left click. Press left click. Once you will press left click and remove the cursor, you will see diode D1 is placed on the workspace. Now, again you see there is the diode D2, which is movable. If you will move your cursor with the help of a touchpad or mouse, you will see as the cursor is moving, diode D2 is moving. But why? We have already placed diode D1 on the workspace, then why there is the diode D2? The reason is your selection is in diode. You have already selected diode. So by clicking left click multiple times, you can place multiple diodes on the workspace. So for example, I need total 5 diodes. So first of all, I need to select diode and then press left click 5 times. So the diode is placed. 5 diodes are placed. Now the 6th diode is movable on the screen. Okay, so why movable? Because I have already, my option is in diode mode. I have already selected diode from the component library. That is why this is because of my selection. Now, in order to move out from this selection option, you need to press escape, ESC, escape button. So just press escape button on your system. Now see, diode selection has been omitted. Okay, now if you will move your cursor, diode selection has been omitted. So in this way, we can choose the component. But for example, I need only one diode and accidentally I have placed 4 more diodes. So if I need only D1, so that means D2, D3, D4 and D5 are unused diode which we don't require. So we need to remove this diode. How to remove? We need to delete this component. In order to delete the component, we need to use scissor option. So just first of all, place the cursor on this scissor. In order to choose the option, press left click. Now see, if you will move the cursor on your workspace, scissor is moving in spite of cursor. That means your selection is in cut mode. Okay. Now suppose if you want to delete D2, move your cursor on D2 so that scissor is placed on D2 and then simply press left click. Diode D2 is deleted. If you want to delete D3, first of all, move your cursor so that the scissor is on D3. Now press left click. D3 is omitted. In the same way, D4 and D5. But again see, in spite of cursor, there is a scissor because you have already selected scissor. So LTSpice में आप कोई भी selection जब select करते हो तो वो permanent selected रहता है unless until आप escape press नहीं करते. So we need to press escape. Now see, scissor has been removed. So in this way, we can pick the component, place it on the workspace. Okay, fine. And the last options we will discuss in the next lab, how to define the operating point. Okay, this is for the operating point, and in order to call the SPICE model of any IC or any component which you want to add from your side. So this is used for the SPICE directive. This is showing a SPICE directive which is used for calling some external IC, external mathematical model or SPICE model of any component. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss right now. Okay, this is the way. Okay, so SPICE directive and all these things I will discuss later in the subsequent stages. Okay, I'm going to give the brief idea. Okay, so now first of all, let us try to design a low pass filter. Let us design the low pass filter, RC low pass filter. So in order to design a low pass first order low pass RC filter, passive RC filter, we need only one resistor and one capacitor. Okay, so just place resistor over here, left click, Then press escape in order to move out from this selection. Now press select this capacitor, place on the workspace and then escape. Okay, we need one voltage source, so for that we need to go for the component library. So just place the cursor on this component library, left click, it will pop up. Now type voltage, so voltage source will appear, press OK. Now over here, fine. One more thing I would like to add over here, by default if you will place any component or any source, energy source, the position of component or source is always vertical, always vertical. Why? Because this showing that in LTSpice, okay, by default all the component and voltage source are placed vertically. If you want, you can rotate it, but by default they are placed vertically on the workspace. Why it means? It means that the LTSpice is assuming that the current is flowing from the top node to the bottom node. The current is flowing from the top node to the bottom node. जैसे मैंने रेजिस्टेंस को प्लेस किया, बाय डिफॉल्ट इफ यू विल चूज द रेजिस्टेंस हमेशा वर्टिकल पोजीशन में ही आएगा, कभी हॉरिजॉन्टल पोजीशन या किसी और वे में नहीं रहेगा. इट इज ऑलवेज इन द वर्टिकल पोजीशन. इसलिए क्योंकि यहाँ पर LTSpice करंट का पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन जो एज्यूम कर रहा है वो R2 रेजिस्टेंस के टॉप नोड से बॉटम नोड की तरफ एज्यूम कर रहा है. मतलब LTSpice ये कन्वेंशन ले रहा है कि पॉजिटिव करंट जो डायरेक्शन है वो R2 रेजिस्टेंस के टॉप नोड से बॉटम नोड की तरफ है. इसी तरह से LTSpice एज्यूम कर रहा है कि करंट कैपेसिटेंस C1 में जो पॉजिटिव करंट की डायरेक्शन है वो कैपेसिटर के टॉप नोड से बॉटम नोड की तरफ है. सेम वे में सारे कंपोनेंट के लिए है. ओके, सो यू नीड टू रोटेट योर component in such a way that the current direction in the circuitry made by you is same as positive current convention of this LTSpice. Let me rotate, क्योंकि मुझे रेजिस्टेंस हॉरिजॉन्टल पोजीशन में चाहिए. अब याद रखना जो टॉप पोजीशन है वहां से करंट बॉटम पॉइंट की तरफ जा रही है, तो ये मेरा पॉजिटिव कन्वेंशन है. अब अगर मैं सर्किट इस रेजिस्टेंस को हॉरिजॉन्टली प्लेस करूं तो वोल्टेज सोर्स से करंट चल के रेजिस्टेंस से होते हुए कैपेसिटेंस की तरफ आएगी. मतलब रेजिस्टेंस को जब मैं हॉरिजॉन्टली प्लेस करूंगा तो मेरे सर्किट में करंट की डायरेक्शन लेफ्ट साइड से राइट साइड की तरफ है, और LTSpice में ये जो रेजिस्टेंस प्लेस किया गया उसमें करंट की डायरेक्शन टॉप नोड से बॉटम नोड की तरफ है. If I want to align the current direction of current convention of this LTSpice with the current direction of my circuit, मुझे रेजिस्टेंस को इस तरह से रोटेट करना पड़ेगा कि R1 का जो टॉप नोड है वो लेफ्ट साइड आ जाए और बॉटम नोड राइट साइड आ जाए. ओके, सो ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल अलाइन विद द सर्किट करंट डायरेक्शन. तो इसको अलाइन करने के लिए सबसे पहले मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, उस ऑप्शन को चूज कर, इस रेजिस्टेंस को, अभी देखो कर्सर मूव कराओगे रेजिस्टेंस मूवेबल नहीं है, उसके लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, इस छोटे वाला जो पाम का सिंबल है दैट इज ट्रैक. ओके, एंड दिस इज फॉर द मूव. तो सबसे पहले मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, इस बड़े वाले पाम को सिलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, मूव सेलेक्ट करेंगे, पाम बड़ा वाला पाम सेलेक्ट हो गया. नाउ प्लेस द कर्सर ऑन दिस रेजिस्टेंस R1 एंड प्रेस लेफ्ट क्लिक. अब आप देखो रेजिस्टेंस R1 मूवेबल है. अब मुझे रोटेट करना है तो मैं क्या करूंगा, कंट्रोल R से क्या होता है, ये क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट होगा. यू कैन सी. अब टॉप नोड देखो, टॉप नोड को आपको लेफ्ट साइड लाना है, वोल्टेज सोर्स की तरफ टॉप नोड को लाना है. आप उसे देखते रहो, कंट्रोल R करो. कंट्रोल R करोगे, टॉप नोड कैपेसिटर की तरफ आया क्लॉकवाइज मूव होके, लेकिन मुझे वोल्टेज की तरफ चाहिए. फिर से मैं कंट्रोल R करूंगा, फिर से मैं कंट्रोल R करूंगा, एंड नाउ टॉप नोड इज मूव ऑन द वोल्टेज साइड. अब मैं इसे प्रॉपर्ली इस तरह से प्रेस कर देता हूं. प्लेस करने के बाद प्रेस एस्केप. ओके, नाउ मुझे वोल्टेज सोर्स थोड़ा इधर चाहिए, फिर से मैं उसे भी मूव कर देता हूं लाइक दिस. ओके, नाउ प्रेस एस्केप. अब मुझे कनेक्शन करने हैं, तो कनेक्शन करने के लिए आप वायर सेलेक्ट करो, लेफ्ट क्लिक ऑन दिस नोड. ओके, अब आप कर्सर को मूव कराओ, फिर से कर्सर को मूव करा के इस नोड पे ले जाओ एंड देन प्रेस लेफ्ट क्लिक, देन प्रेस एस्केप. सॉरी, हाँ. ओके, नाउ अब आप क्या करोगे, इस नोड को कैपेसिटर से कनेक्ट करना है, तो सबसे पहले इस नोड के ऊपर आप कर्सर ले जाओगे और लेफ्ट क्लिक करोगे, फिर आप कर्सर को मूव कराओगे, वायर होगा. आफ्टर दैट फिर से आपको वायर को नीचे बेंड करना है, बेंड करना है तो आप क्या करोगे, लेफ्ट क्लिक कर दो। अब उसके बाद नीचे की तरफ वायर ले आओ और जैसे ही कर्सर आप C1 की इस नोड पे लाओगे, लेफ्ट क्लिक कर दो, कनेक्ट हो गया। इन दिस वे यू कैन कनेक्ट दिस कंपोनेंट। ओके, आफ्टर दैट वायर के सिलेक्शन से आपको बाहर निकलना है एस्केप। अब इस पूरी सर्किटरी में याद रखना, जब भी आप कोई भी स्पाइस सिमुलेशन यूज करोगे आपको ग्राउंड की जरूरत पड़ती है। ओके, सो वी नीड टू प्लेस वन ग्राउंड। ब्रेडबोर्ड पे आप करते हो तो आप एक कॉमन पॉइंट बना देते हो, दैट इज ग्राउंड, लेकिन इस सिमुलेशन टूल में ऐसा कोई भी ग्राउंड अवेलेबल नहीं है, सो यू नीड टू प्लेस ग्राउंड ओवर हियर। मैंने ग्राउंड लगाया, लेफ्ट क्लिक ओवर हियर, अभी भी आपका ग्राउंड सेलेक्ट है, सो उससे बाहर निकलने के लिए मुझे एस्केप प्रेस करना पड़ेगा। नाउ कनेक्ट द वायर, आप वायर से इस ग्राउंड को कनेक्ट कर दो। ओके फाइन, सो इन दिस वे वी कैन कनेक्ट दिस सर्किटरी। अब मुझे कंपोनेंट की वैल्यूज चेंज करनी है, मतलब पैरामीटर्स को मॉडिफाई करना है, तो कर्सर को रेजिस्टेंस के ऊपर ले जाओ और पैरामीटर्स मॉडिफाई करने के लिए यू नीड टू प्रेस राइट क्लिक। तो आप इसके ऊपर राइट क्लिक करो। ओके, नाउ सपोज आई वांट 1 किलो ओम, सो 1K, जस्ट टाइप 1K। ओम लिखने की जरूरत नहीं क्योंकि डिफॉल्ट यूनिट इसकी ओम है। ओके, कैपेसिटर के ऊपर कर्सर ले जाओ, राइट क्लिक। ओके, कैपेसिटेंस फॉर एग्जांपल मैं चाहता हूं 1 माइक्रोफैरेड। ओके, सो फॉर एग्जांपल 0.01 मिली। ओके, माइक्रो के लिए आप एम यूज कर सकते हो, माइक्रो MICRO माइक्रो यूज कर सकते हो, बट आई वांट टू यूज 1 माइक्रो, फॉर एग्जांपल 0.001 मिली। ओके, वोल्टेज सोर्स, मुझे एक साइनसॉइडल वोल्टेज सोर्स चाहिए। अभी मैं आपको एक सिंपल देता हूं कि हाउ टू प्लॉट द फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पांस। तो सबसे पहले मैं इस वोल्टेज सोर्स को मॉडिफाई करना चाहता हूं, तो मॉडिफाई करने के लिए मैं क्या करूंगा, इस पे राइट क्लिक करूंगा। राइट क्लिक करने के बाद कुछ ऐसा होगा, लेकिन मुझे AC सोर्स चाहिए, तो मैं एडवांस ऑप्शन पे लेफ्ट क्लिक करूंगा। लेफ्ट क्लिक करूंगा और यहां पर मैंने साइन चूज किया। साइन, मुझे साइन में कोई DC वोल्टेज नहीं चाहिए, तो 0। साइनसॉइडल का एम्पलीट्यूड मैंने रख लिया 2 वोल्ट, फ्रीक्वेंसी मैंने ले ली 1 किलो हर्ट्ज, और ये सारी चीजें डिले, फेज, ये सब मैं नहीं देना चाह रहा, इसलिए मैंने आई हैव प्रेस्ड ओके। दैट मीन्स I have created a passive first order low pass filter with a resistance 1 kilo ohm, capacitance 1 microfarad with a sinusoidal input signal of 2 volt amplitude and 1 kilohertz frequency. Now just press on the running man. If you will, तो आपको ऑप्शन चूज करना है, देन क्लिक लेफ्ट क्लिक। लेफ्ट क्लिक करोगे कुछ ऐसे पॉपअप होगा। If you want to plot any voltage or current with respect to time, that is nothing but the ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस। तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस का ऑप्शन ओपन होता है। अब इस साइनसॉइडल इनपुट का जो टाइम पीरियड है वो 1 मिलीसेकंड होगा, क्योंकि फ्रीक्वेंसी 1 किलोहर्ट्ज है, सो द टाइम पीरियड इज व्हाट आई कैन से 1 मिलीसेकंड। तो मैं वेवफॉर्म को प्लॉट करना चाहता हूं 10 मिलीसेकंड के लिए। मैं चाहता हूं कि 10 मिलीसेकंड के बाद मेरा सिमुलेशन स्टॉप हो जाए और वेवफॉर्म 0 से 10 मिलीसेकंड तक के लिए ही प्लॉट हो, मतलब साइनसॉइडल की 10 साइकिल्स प्लॉट हो। नाउ प्रेस ओके। सो विंडो विल ओपन लाइक दिस। ओके, एक विंडो ओपन होगा। अब मुझे कैपेसिटर के अक्रॉस वोल्टेज मेजर करना पड़ेगा, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, कर्सर को कैपेसिटर के टॉप नोड की तरफ जब वायर पे लाऊंगा तो एक रेड कलर का ऐसा प्रोब आता है, दैट इज द वोल्टेज प्रोब। प्रोब को आप इस वायर के ऊपर लाओगे, ऐसा प्रोब को आपको कहीं से सेलेक्ट नहीं करना है। वंस यू विल प्लेस योर कर्सर ऑन दिस वायर ऑटोमेटिकली प्रोब विल ओपन। लेकिन अगर कंपोनेंट के ऊपर ले जाओगे तो इस तरह का प्रोब आएगा, विच इज करंट प्रोब। एरो बन के आ रहा है, दैट मीन्स करंट प्रोब। अगर आप वायर के ऊपर लाओगे वोल्टेज प्रोब, तो चूंकि नीचे वाला टर्मिनल ऑलरेडी ग्राउंडेड है, तो कैपेसिटर के टॉप नोड का जो वोल्टेज है दैट इज आउटपुट वोल्टेज। आप उस पर लेफ्ट क्लिक करोगे, waveform will appear. This is the transient state. After that, the waveform will be plotted. आप input को देखोगे, input waveform, तो input waveform यहाँ पर left click, okay, you can see input waveform and output waveform. The blue one is input waveform and the green one is green waveform, which you can see. Okay, so this is why, because there is some kind of attenuation because of this passive network. Okay, so this is all about how to use LTSpice. Step by step we'll go for the another analysis, how can we perform the simulation, how can we perform the simulation for the AC analysis, okay, for the operating point analysis. All these things we will do in the subsequent labs. So this is all about how to use LTSpice. Okay, thank you.